And specifically, we're going to look for 4 teams today. And this is going to be really exciting. It is really exciting to meet the Malaysian community. And let's see what they have in store for us. So going into the next game, let's check up on the brackets here. Okay. So the bracket link is absolutely correct. On the left side, we got Team PaPoy up against Choo Choo Train. Don't you just love these team names? Really cute and all. PaPoy versus Choo Choo Train. And yeah, let's just talk about the draft here. The map being picked is Tomb of the Spider Queen. And Tomb of the Spider Queen is being decided by TPP, it seems like. And Choo Choo Train with the first ban of Johanna. Savannah's being banned by PaPoy, as well as the first pick of Kilthas, which is very, very good. As well as Jaina Murden, following which a noob for Choo Choo Train with Brightwing, Rainer, Tiro to finish it up, and Malfurion ETC. So if you look at this draft here, you can see very nicely that there is a double tank on Choo Choo Train, and there's a double tank up on Team PaPoy. So both of these teams are looking at very good sustained crowd control. Normally teams with double tank have got very strong backlines that they need to protect, which is why they pick tanks, because warriors are one of the best class in this game that provide very, very good crowd control. So that's exactly what both teams are looking for. Let's see who got a better end of that bargain here. Kilthas up against Jaina. Kinda half fight. I kinda like Jaina slightly better, because Jaina has got that extra ability to run away with a sprint, with maybe even what looks like Ice Block. Murden ETC has got a lot more CC than Anubrak and Tyrell. Tyrell is just gonna be a little bit more of a dive comp. So in terms of paper draft here, I kind of like Team PaPoy's draft a little bit better, simply because of the warrior choices here. Tyrell, Anub, they can dive in, but who's gonna follow your damage? Rainer's not the best to follow your damage. Brightwing, if Brightwing goes for Blink here, Blink Kill here, it should be questionable. Brightwing in this instance should actually go for Emerald Wind, because the backline is very squishy without any escape mechanics. The Emerald Wind is going to make sure that the jump mechanic from Vala and Jaina, who both, by the way, have got very good jump mechanics here. And it seems like the game has started, so let's go into this game here. And pulling up the talent tree for you guys already on the red team. This time around, we have got Choo Choo Train. Love Fiend playing as the Vala, as well as Endao there, onto what looks like Jaina, left onto Malfurion, with Forsaken playing as Murden and Emoy, or Emo Y. I have no idea why he calls himself Emo Y. But this guy here is going to be the ETC. And on the blue team, we got Team PaPoy, minion fans here, and friends. The Sauce onto the Rainer, Talula playing as the Kilthas. We also got Tofu Boy, 6231 as Anubarak. Brian being played by Nightmare, last but not least Tyrell being played by Moy Lavies. Very nice French names here. You got also all the classes in the world. So nice stunts coming out from the blue team. Hold that top. Seems like the ETC in great position already. One man down on the blue team. Kilthas is gone. And this is the biggest problem for them right now. Reno dropping as well. And Tyrell not really doing anything. So this is the problem with the blue team's drop here for PaPoy. It is not necessarily the best choices for tank, simply because of the fact that you're looking at 2 tanks here, and both of these tanks, only one of them has got good control. That would be the Anubarak. Tyrell has got one of the least control, as a warrior in his entire game, and Tyrell normally is being used for a dive, a 1 second to 1.5 second stun on Judgment maybe, and also for what seems like a great initiation hero. Also, it's got some slight amount of burst, which makes killing the target slightly easier. Yeah, so let's look in on the talent choices so far. We've got Purge Evil, which would be a bit of a sign of a bursty, aggressive Tyrell. And they also got Seasoned Marksman, which is very rare for Rainer. They're expecting a long game, but Tomb of the Spider Queen is not normally played as a long game, so we'll see how that works out for them. Bribe up on the Brightwing, which is good for this particular map, as well as Energy Roy, which is the skill that I was about to tell you guys in the last game. It's the one that helps increase the, decrease the cooldown for Gravity Labs per target hit. So if you just nicely channel that up with the Verdant Spheres, you will have a very great amount of a reduction on cooldown, and that means that you will be looking at approximately 4 seconds of cooldown. That's all. Beetle build up on Anubarak. I really appreciate this boss fighter because I'm just playing catch up on talents. So we have on red team Rolling Like a Stone, which is a very standard power slide built on the ETC deep chill, very good standard stuff as well. Then increase the shield amount, so that really just means slow. Also, you got Infused Hammer. This is a little bit tricky here. Refunds 45 mana for each enemy hit. The increased slow is actually going to help the Jaina stay alive for most of that pick-off there. That's it, back to Infused Hammer. Normally Muradin, I don't want to go for extra tank or extra utility on the slow there, but that's Arena top lane just dropping. But yeah, going for more mana really just expects Muradin to not go home so much, which expects a lot more roam. But if you look at this lineup, ganking is not really going to be the easiest thing for them. They've got some elements of tank, but even if you've got a lot of mana up, ETC is going to run dry of mana very soon in that instance. So that's a problem with Infused Hammer. It doesn't have much synergy unless you're expecting a bit of a rotation in terms of partners here for gank. And that's not really the case, isn't it? Alright, here comes the Dog Toss. One-man stun. I'm also going to see some extra multi-shot onto this Sauce the Rainer. Adrenaline Rush still not popped yet. He still has got some life. Realizing that, he's going to turn heads and try and go aggressive, but not going to get anything done at the end as well. And that's pretty okay, so to speak. Malfurion with very interesting choices again. Moonfire with 30% more damage to non-heroic targets. Now this only helps him push a little bit better, get camp a little bit better. That's all. Doesn't really help much in this particular map. Surprising to see that. That's a Kel'Thas. Bad positioning there. There goes the power slide and the face melt. Great kill off the Kel'Thas. 3 kills for the red team. Choo Choo train is starting the hype train here. You can feel the gangs coming in. But yeah. So on the Vala, you're going to see a very standard multi-shot build as well, and it's going to be Vengeful Roots, which spawns 3N. Malfurion choices and talents a little bit unorthodox here, and hitting 3 targets with Face Melt reduces cooldown. So this is going to be very ganky ETC, and 35 gems, by the way, guys, turned in by the red team. So they are so far ahead, they got so much more map control and presence here, and it's a little bit sad to see, but the red team cannot do anything. Their draft really needs level 10. And we're going to explain that a little bit. Alright, so we got Frost Shards that will help with some extra piercing. I don't like that somehow. ETC, Power Slide to nobody. Face Melt on to Brightwing, not going to get a kill here. Gravity Lab's missing as well. Love Fiend going to pull back there after throwing out multi-shot. Nothing real gets done. It's really just a very fun day here. Thunder Burn, that is actually going to do more damage in some form of slow as well. And you're also going to see Vengeful Roots, which is why I was saying that this Malfurion's build is a little bit different. It seems like he is going for the Mercenary build. Alright, he's looking for more damage onto non-heroic targets. He's looking for the Treant to tank up some of those damage there. And we'll see what Malfurion wants to do with this specific talent choices here. That's a Kel'Thas. Unfortunately, drops again. I think that's actually the 3rd death for Kel'Thas. Yes, it is. Kel'Thas feeding effectively. So, not very good. Kel'Thas is just not supposed to be in the mid lane. You want to have heroes that can run away, like Tyrael. You want to have heroes like Anubarak in the mid lane. You want Kel'Thas at the bottom lane. Also, because if you look at the map layout here, alright, you got 2 walls, which effectively makes ganking a little bit harder. It's not easily accessible. It's not like the top part where it's just, insane amount of rotation easily here. So, this is where you have an MRT train door. And this is where you have like free entry into a carnival, and that's where you gotta like just a really long ride or queue for popcorns maybe. That's it. Here we have level 8 up on red team, and the first set of web weavers pushing the mid lane. 3 or 4 red team members here. Choo Choo train with ETC, great power slide, no follow up, but a 3-man gravity lap on the Kel'Thas. Some time for payback, son. Imoy also gonna pull back. Tofu Bar dropping. No more barrel charge, gonna take the fall at the end. Here comes the Rainer. Sir, you should not ignore Rainer. He's painful as hell. Gonna pick up the kill at the end. Imoy also gonna drop a little bit here. Will drop at the end. Left now, gonna try and do some right-click damage onto Moila V's. Material there, very tanky. And a nice side step away from the Dove Toss. Seems like red team paying in blood here. 3 men down up against the 1 exchange from the blue team. And it seems like Muradin's skill is going to be alive. Lands the stun, goes in for the clap. Mill will not get this kill. This is aggressive. Forsaken is going to get Forsaken, but he really does a fantastic job here. In fact, very Olympic style. Great jump across the wall there, even though he's a hell of a short guy. So gonna give him some commendation there. But great stuff. So yeah, level 10 soon on the red team, and blue team nearly level 9. So let's talk into talent choices here. For the red team, we got Guitar here, which is really good. Ice flows, and I have to say, this is just some of the weirdest talent choices that blue team is making. I'm gonna try and make sense of this, but Jaina's second and third talents not very common. Let's just say they're a bit unorthodox. So this is increased target. They're looking for some CC. They have CC in the form of PC. We'll see how that actually works out at the end. Great gravity labs to buy some time as well. Blue web weavers coming out by the way. But yeah, it's gonna be Mosh Pit for sure. Ring of Frost. I don't like that. I kind of like Water Elemental slightly better, a little bit better, like maybe half a point more, because of the cute Water Elemental animation. Of course, Ring of Frost is also got some form of CC there, but Water Elemental is going to do a lot more damage, and it's very annoying and irritating. Entau here may just kill the Kel'Thuzs. Come on, there goes the Blizzard. Gonna finish off the Fury Wizard. Poor thing. That's it. We also got Avatar, so Tranquility and Rain of Vengeance up on the right team. So great substance there. They got a lot of damage. They got good CCs. And for the blue team, it is going to be Judgment, Rainer's Raider, Emerwind, Phoenix, and Locust Swarm. So more AoEs on the blue team. And hold that thought. Here comes Rain of Vengeance, missing terribly these shots now. We got Raiders called out, Adrenaline Rush healing, but a Mosh Pit with two members going to do the Harlem Shake behind her. Forsaken comes in, lands a one-man stun, misses the second one a little bit. Tofu Boy comes in, hoping to save the Nightmare, and Emerwind getting denied because of the Muradin, but here comes Kel'Thuzs to save the day. May not save Nightmare, but a great heal at the end. Forsaken gets Forsaken, and he goes down. Great team now pulling back, one-man gone already, and a flying Tyrell in to go for some prime beef meat there, but Emoy is not going to give him the meat there, are you? So the beef going to pull back in kind. And blue team now pushing the top lane. 4-man here, really good positioning. If you look into the recap of the last fight here, it's pretty good to see that they've got very good positioning on both sides. Let's check in on the replay. We got that prepared. No, we don't have that prepared. Sorry, they just fooled me. Really bad producers here. But yeah, we got Reciprocate up on the shield, as well as Retribution, which really is okay. I normally like to see it here with a full-on damage build. This is like kind of in between. The shield expiring, doing minimal damage is not very exciting to me. And that is where I would actually kind of like the battle momentum here, which actually reduces cooldown. I know it steps up Tyr's mana a lot faster, but you don't really care. You want to go in, you want to dive, you want to dive and die, or just dive and retreat back home. So that's the main point of Tyrell here. So more on talent choices, we got Fight or Flight, which basically is really good for Rainer. Keeps him alive. Vampiric Assault heals him even more. Protective Shield plants. Fusion Bomb, which is the standard. This is actually my Kel'Thuzs build as well. It's a very nice build recommended to me by some of the worst players in Heroes of the Storm. But yeah, it actually works. But yeah, alright. So we have also one of the V's with the Judgment up on Jaina. That blocks us the Muradin behind as well. Jaina goes down. Great burst coming in as well. Don't really like this obsessive, just really obsessive spam. Let's just say that you don't want to burst into heroes just to kill one Jaina, especially when you already have that huge. That's not really good. I don't like it. That's it. They don't have the Judgment, they don't have the Phoenix here, which puts them in a very bad shape for a team fight, and they're gonna have to pull back. See, so even if they kill one member, they're not able to make the most out of it because the Phoenix was just not good enough. Let's say 5 seconds before it's actually going to be a cooldown. The stun is going to connect, but the gem will go in. Tyr in a lot of trouble, and Druid's Might not coming out just yet, coming a little bit too late. And maybe a 4-man explosion here. And it's only going to do some damage on ETC. Slightly disappointing. Tranquility is not a channeling spell, so he's not going to get back the Mosh Pit. And it brings one man back to Harlem Shakedown. Gonna see one man go down as well. That will be the Vala. Muradin is also going to go down on the backlines there. These saws now swinging by in a Space Cowboy suit. And they're all going to be fine. So blue team, although they have slightly better team fight, so to speak, they don't really have the advantage here. They are slightly behind in terms of level. And hold that thought, Tofu Boy again with more of that Impale and Burrow Charge lockdowns. But unfortunately, Tallulah just not in position with the Gravity Labs follow-up to pick up the kill at the end. Right, so 9 kills up against 7 kills. Here comes the Phoenix. This is a good one. Alright, lack of follow-up made that a bad one. Left now gonna pull back. And I know Phoenix has got one of the lowest cooldown in this game, but you want to make sure that you maximize the Phoenix. That's how a Kel'Thuzs does a lot of damage. So if you check in on his kill dust here, he's actually at 15k, but that's actually primary damage coming out from the flame strikes and really good positioning on those. So yeah, good stuff. And level 14 on the red team, level 13 on the blue. Let's check in more talents before the next web movers come down. We get Angelic Might, more damage, Giant Killer, more damage, and Phase Shield, which is good for a big map, but this map is not really big, so I'm not really expecting much of a teleport from the Brightwing. Still okay, alright? Pyromaniac, that's interesting. Let's talk about that a little bit later. And Burning Rage. And for the blue team, we have Face Melt, which really just slows even more. Improve Ice Block, keeps Jaina alive. More damage to Muradin, as well as Ice Block out for, Malfurion, sorry, as well as giving more buff on multi-shot. Web Weavon on the bottom lane pushing down the fort already. End out here, not going to do anything to stop that. Top lane, Tallulah not able to save the Spider from being alive, will actually pull back. And mid lane, great defense by the red team. So it's all the bottom lane that's left here. And they're just pushing as much as possible. So slowly, blue team getting some traction going. Train. Seems like they just the overlay around, so they just sorted it out really good. Alright, so PaPoy is the one on the right side. My bad. By these hopefully the whole time. But yeah, so here we have level 14 up on the red team, level 15 up on the blue. And right now, blue team needs to soak a little bit more EXP. So looking at the entire talent choices so far, it's kind of clear to see that the red team, has a slightly better plan. Let's just say why. We got Improved Ice Block and Ice Block up on two of the squishiest hero in their lineup. And they are able to also dive slightly well. Emoy, this is premature. This is really bad. Emoy now losing the Mosh Pit, gonna pull back as well. And Forsaken now with a bit of the Thunderclap. Turns into Pig there. May not go down just yet. Here comes more stun on Tyrael. Tyrael pays in kind. Nice pullback. Also gonna see some form of heals from the Malfurion. Emoy now not getting maximum heal from Malfurion's Tranquility. But that's it. Love Beam, some right click damage, more multi-shot, and the Beetle goes down. Tallulah goes in for the last big kill on Jaina. Jaina nearly dying there, already very aggressive. Forsaken comes in, great stun, great catch on the Killthus, and Killthus will go down. Living Bomb actually, being used for Forsaken, he's actually going to be fine. And left there with some good heals last minute, making sure Forsaken is not Forsaken. Such love there. So level 16 up on the red team, and level 15 still on the blue. Last fight wasn't really a big consensus or rather advantage for the red team because they didn't add up the talent skills. As you can see now, Two Men still hasn't added that just yet. Numbing Blast, it is going to be Numbing Blast as well as Encore up on the Jaina and ETC and Blood for Blood. So very good choices for level 16 talents here. Imposing Presence is kind of alright. It's not best, but I guess the main job of Forsaken really is just to jump in. Now I have to say that Tenacious Roots is one of the most consistent talent pickups. It's a must pick at level 16. That's it. Really like to see more control on the ETC's Mosh Pit. That's the biggest problem I have right now. Tofu Boy, lots of Blizzard coming down, ice falling from the sky. Anubara goes down, and Nightmare now pulling back. Top Fort goes down as well. Bottom Fort is already gone, and that's it. Brightwing going down. So Ray team doing the right thing. 5 men pushing one lane. Very focused. Blue team a little bit distracted. They shouldn't be here if they don't have all 5 members because they don't really have the best of talent levels just then. And that's it now. They are struggling to defend even the inner fort. That's a problem. Tyrael jumping. Not good choice at all, sir. And it seems like he's going to waste a lot of heroic talent. And all of a sudden, he may just make it's worth its while here. This star's going to go down. And also can see the Phoenix come down and waste the Mosh Pit again. And the Phoenix just going to town on the Vala. Forsaken nearly dropping as well. And Emoy, lots of trouble. Gravity Labs coming out. Tyrael in a great position here. May actually want to jump in on Meridian right now, but still good defense. Perfect defense, if I may add, by the Tyrael and Killthus. They just managed to make sure that everyone in that area is not able to hold the front there. And you can see a lot of heroic talent being wasted on red team. They just wanted to kill so badly, but they're just completely off positioning there, and that's the biggest problem. In general, that meant that they may not have absolute map control right now. Checking in on the blue team's level 16 talents, we got Blade of Justice. That actually helps more damage, and that's actually pretty fair. You can also see Raynor going for Bullseye, which basically just increase a little bit extra stun and some damage. Polymorph targets get slowed by 50% movement speed by the Brightwing. That's not really what I like. I think it's still okay. I kind of like Criterize a little bit better because of the ability to burst someone. You have Tyrael, he's jumping in. And remember I said Tyrael's jumping was a little bit bad. It is actually really bad, but he got a very good exchange because the Red team just basically threw everything they had at him and couldn't kill him. So that still kind of worked out for Moy Lavis. And if you checked in also on Kill Thus, he actually opted to go for Gravity Throw. So that's actually going to increase duration and destroy minions. That's a bit of anti-push. He may actually pick it because they think that they are losing this particular laning phase, or rather getting laned or pushed out. So that's still okay, and Blood for Blood, no explanation needed for Anubara. Level 18, both sides right now. Red team with a 4-man mid lane strategy here, and a good stun by Forsaken onto the Anubarak. Also going to see some form of Impale coming out. No Locust Swamps, Tofu Boy just nicely holding that in. And Blue Web Weavers coming down here, they are just nicely pushing out. Imoy needs the perfect setup. Actually, all he needs is just to secure a great positioning, or to really just wait and hold out for most of the stuns on the blue team to come out here. Rainer on a solo man mission down south. Man by himself pushing the bottom lane. I wonder how that's going to work for him. Imoy really needs to be careful. Imoy swings by the mosh pit. Only on one, and that is going to be the Brywing. Brywing in a lot of trouble. Will go down. That's the healer gone. Here comes the Phoenix as well as Gravity Labs. Muradin for one-man stun. Rin of Vengeance coming down on 2 as well, and maybe even more. That's it. That's going to be history for the Killthus as well. And Tofu Boy now in even more trouble. 4-man. Nice surround skills coming up from the red team. That's it. Bottom lane, the Space Cowboy taking down Jaina. Great exchange there, but no idea what had really happened. I can only say that the Rainer's Raider is still not used yet, and Jaina didn't even have a chance to use the Ring of Frost. But yeah, so blue team, red team, both at level 20. The game's still hanging in the balance, best of 1. You don't want to throw this. And if you're looking onto the level 20 heroic pickups here, you have the Nexus Blades, which is really, really interesting. I normally like to see the increased cooldown, or rather reduced cooldown on Judgment, because that's slightly better for longer team fights. And you have Nexus Blades, which is still acceptable. Sometimes I opt for that as well. I think Nexus Blade is a little bit greedy, but it kind of slows enemies, so it's still fine. Hardened Shield is the one that most players will go for if you are a solo tank, but as a second tank in this game, so I still understand why they go for that one there. It's going to be Nexus Frenzy on Rainer, which is perfect. And they got Storm Shield up for Brightwing, which is more support there. Rebirth up for Phoenix, and it is a very long Phoenix, plus the fact that he actually has got the ability to move locations. So that's really fantastic. Rewind up for Anubarag. And on the red team, we got Tour Bus, which is really, repositionable Tour Bus. Crazy stuff. Cold Snap coming in as well. And that's also going to be a second explosion. That's it. Hold that thought. Here comes Anubarag, goes in with a little bit of the rewind there. And that's it. We have Moila V jumping in on the Vala, but not getting any kill. Tiro going down at the end, and 2 men down. This is really bad for the blue team. They may just throw this game. Tallulah gets stunned. Tallulah goes down. Red team on the hunt. Rainer here is gonna ride his horse and run. I hope these sauce is in a good position. Maybe want to pick up the kill quickly on Jaina. Rainer Raiders on the hunt, and the turnaround is real. And down with a bit of the improvised block there. Gonna stay alive for a little bit longer. And here comes Muradin to save the teammate. That's gonna buy the whole team some time, but 45 seconds before everyone respawns on this team. And the Red Web Weavers really pushing already. I think the biggest problem is the top lane. They gotta try and address the mid lane first. They get that nicely done. The bottom lane is not much of a threat. It's not gonna be in time. Top lane fort is gone already. All they need to do is just try and make sure that they are able to hold the front and not let them core. Red team makes a terrible choice here of deciding to pull back. They have 19 seconds. They got 2 guys defending, 1 badass spider pushing, but they decide to play it safe. This is the effect of a best of 1, guys. It's real. They don't want to lose this game. They make sure that they play it safe. They're pushing a mid lane. The mid 4 goes down. Web Weaver bottom lane completely non-existent. And that's it. The mid towers and gates will go down, but the blue team fully respawn. And guess what? Heroic talents are all available for the blue team. Red team, not so good here. Only the mosh pit. That's a bit of a problem. They could have, I think, played it slightly more aggressively. May have been able to try and down the court to just about 50%. They go on exposed lane, which is why they decided to play it safe. And I completely understand that. It is not like they want to go ham on the core. I think that's a great opportunity there, but they actually tried and wasted some time with the distraction on the boss just now. Really, they went for the boss, but because the Web Weavers have already spawned, they're not able to get the boss in time. That's why they're not able to go all in on the push. Some teams really question, why are you still going for mercenary camps when you have won a team fight and a completely exposed core? It's really a question. Some teams would go for the core directly, some teams wouldn't. That's it. What happens next is going to decide the fate of this game. Left there. And Tangler is not going to connect. That's a Kel'Thas in a lot of trouble. Kel'Thas goes down. And 4 versus 5 already. These toss here with the Brightwing porting in. Raider's Raider on Entau again. And that's a Jaina now going to try and pull back. Not going to waste the Ice Block. That's still completely available for the Jaina to use. So 4 versus 5, 50 seconds. What is the Red team going to do now? They have got a slight lead here in terms of a window of opportunity. 40 seconds is a lot of time. You can force more fights. But nope, they're not going to do that. And the main reason why they're not going to do that, I think, is also because of the fact that the Tranquility is down. So Malfurion popped Tranquility slightly earlier there, and that kind of made sure everyone stayed alive. But it's not really effective. I think that it's a bit of a waste. So because of the lack of Tranquility, they're not able to push. They're not able to force more team fights. That's the biggest problem. So blue team, D-Sauce, cheesing it out here, hitting on the tower with a very nice company of 2 extra Siege Stone looking friends there. And D-Sauce knocking on the core. Core actually getting challenged for real. Siege Golems also pushing. Tofu Boy is here. And the Red team porting back home as much as possible. 1 man down on the Vala. Vala with a nice vault backwards. And also Rain of Vengeance coming out. Tofu Boy dropping. Here goes the Tyrell. Blood for Blood coming out. Not gonna get a kill. In fact, no Blood for Blood just yet. Loveen pulling back. Moilovis in a lot of trouble. Here comes the Brightwing with some form of Emerald Wind. And Moilovis will go down. 1 explode on the core. Core dropping. 41%. Guys, hit the Siege Column. There's Catapult there. Why you still care about the guys there? Those are fake. Go for the Siege Golem. They may lose this game. The Golem's storing. The stone's going down. And it seems like the last stone is not going to the core. Tofu Boy with the Impale. Not going to connect. 1% still on the core. And the Ray team may still win this. They got a boss knocking. The boss with 2 very strong arm guns, muscles behind. Kel'Thas getting stunned. Phoenix throwing some fire out. But not really good. 30%. The boss still knocking. Where's the Brightwing? She's not found completely. The core goes down. Ray team is going to win. Team PaPoy indeed. What a fantastic game. The boss won it for them. They did absolutely nothing. I'm just kidding. They did a lot. They did a lot. Come on, guys. You gotta have to give it to them. They did a lot of things. They got the camp going for them. They defended at the last minute. I have to say, that is really, really sick. Choo Choo Train deserve better. They probably shortchanged the payment on the Siege Golem. That's a problem, you know. That's a problem. There were Siege Golems still standing at the end, and they were throwing the stones out, but it didn't direct itself at the core. That's the problem. They actually hit on the minions there, at the core 1%. So I don't know why they were fighting a little bit off on the right side. They shouldn't have fought each other. They should have just gone for the core. Blue team clearly needed that. Tofu coming in a little bit late, and we'll see what we can pull from the replay if we have that. Nope, we don't have that again. All right, so apologies. We're still going to try and fix that up. It's still not ready. But yeah, I mean, if I can relieve the action, you guys should. It is the closest game in this qualifier, 1%. And they say never give up. So great job by the boss. The boss wins all. So now bringing up the brackets once again, top 8 teams here. And we got Hots versus Burden and Ghost versus PaPoy. Man, Minions. Minions just fantastic. Alright, that's it. This is PaPoy. Hope you guys enjoyed that cast. We're going for a short break and we'll be right back again in no time. So yeah, see you guys in the wall. Seconds can afford to use it, although the game can recognize it as the same thing. So it's 30 seconds before still up in the life for the field in a lot of trouble. We got catapults coming. We got